Have you ever asked yourself, what if Isaac had more RNG? Is Isaac RNG not hard enough already? What could we make it so it would be even more random? And this is the daily that answers that question. And I think it really summarizes and shows us just how different this game would be if you never knew which items you were gonna pick up, and how important that aspect of the game actually is in order for you to make decisions and in order for you not to feel frustrated with it. That's not to say that I didn't enjoy the daily. I like me some crazy dailies, especially as crazy as this one is, but I really do think it serves as a nice showcase about what the game is and what the game could have been if it maybe someone else designed it. And in this case, if you're not familiar, I really hope you play this daily, because you won't have the chance to play it until the next year, so that's quite a long time. But when you play this daily, whenever you pick up any item, active item, spacebar item, passive item, any other item, familiar, whatever, it gets rerolled into a completely different item, and then you pick that one up. So it's like you pick up an item and you don't really know what that item is gonna be. So it's like having Curse of the Unknown applied to you all of the time, and whenever you pick up an item you just get something different in return. And you might be asking yourself, well, isn't it possible that you pick up an item, maybe gives you experimental treatment, and then it reduces your health and maybe you even die because of it? And yes, that's possible, and something like that happened to me in this daily. And it's not a measure of skill, and you never should play these dailies that are kind of special and wacky and think, oh, I didn't do well, I performed badly, that's probably because I'm bad or whatever. You shouldn't feel like, if you're a competitive person, like maybe I felt that way the last year when I played this daily, is even though I performed badly in this particular daily, I managed to die, obviously some people still manage to get pretty far, and you can attribute that to a lot of reasons, but I do imagine a lot of those players who manage to complete the daily are also good players. But with Isaac especially, the variance is so high, and especially in a daily like this, where you just don't know which items you're gonna get. Getting an item out of a treasure room and then picking it up, or maybe just finding a chest which has an item which someone else might have not picked up, it could be the difference between you winning the run or losing the run, and that's exactly what happened here. So you can imagine if I picked up an item, got something like 9 lives, my life would have been so much easier than as opposed to picking what I had now. That's to say it was a bad run, it was actually a pretty decent run, and it had those keeper characteristics, so a low tear rate, you're not really able to shoot fast, you have a lot of tears, we had double, triple shots, so that's always fun to see whenever you kind of get that synergy going. But it really is important to emphasize just how the game could have been different. So you can imagine that this game could have been designed in a way where you just get a random item as soon as you enter a treasure room without really not being able to pick it up. Of course, it wouldn't be introduced in a way like it is now, but I can conceivably imagine that the aspect of you giving or you getting items could be randomized. So something like how you get a random boss, how you get a random room, how you get random items in the treasure room. It could also be randomized that it works in the sense that when you enter something and you pick it up, you would just get a random item, and that doesn't sound inconceivable, but I would say that in this particular case, it does showcase just how different the game would be, and just how much of an impact it has. It really does suck when you see your favorite items, you try to pick it up, and it just rolls into something completely different. So maybe that's not the takeaway here. Maybe the takeaway is that I should shut up sometimes and just enjoy the run for what it is, because obviously it's a wacky run, and I should just kind of relax and try to do my best. One thing I do want to point out, though, was obviously with Swallowed Penny at the start, that's usually what gives the keeper his sustainability. So with Swallowed Penny, when you use it, you have a 50% chance to get a coin, and then that coin can heal you if you pick it up in the right circumstances. And that sounds great, but the problem is if you find any other active items, you replace that active item that you had before with another active item, that active item that you just picked up gets rerolled into something else, and when you try to pick up the Swallowed Penny, not the Swallowed Penny, but the active item that gives you coins, or at least has a chance to give you coins, and when you pick that one up, you get another different item, which means that essentially you get rid of the only thing that's keeping the keeper alive. It's a bit of a bummer, it's definitely a mistake on my part, and I think I made that the same exact mistake the last year, but hey, what can you do? In this case, I picked up experimental treatment, of course, unbeknownst to me. I got my health reduced to 1 out of 2, and of course this spike room just killed me, because sometimes you can dodge the spikes when they're kind of charging at you. So we finished in a very good spot at 40,000 points in the top 200, so that was just great run. Our damage penalty was low, our time penalty was low, and our item penalty was low, so silver linings, right? It was such a fun daily. I mean, it's not a fun daily in the sense of just gameplay, but it's a fun daily in the terms of experience, and I like it whenever we can experience something different with Isaac. Maybe it gives us a perspective of just how the game has changed, or maybe what the game could have been, and I think that you should have definitely experienced it, and I hope you did, because having the special dailies, even though they're quite rare, that does, I think, improve or just give us a better notion of what we enjoy in the game, and just kind of makes us look forward to the next one. So maybe that was a bit long-winded, but nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you next time.